With Intercompany Integrated Solution for SAP Business One, there are three possible options for the receiver company when using the GL branch allocation functionality in regards to the account that is going to be used by this functionality. These three options are using the default account setup, using the account classification, or using the allocation account code. I'm going to show you all three options today. First, I'm going to show you the default account setup. I'm going to open Administration, Setup, Intercompany, and Default Account Setup. Here, I'm going to have Default Expense Account, Default Income Account, and Default Rounding Account. These accounts are going to be used as default accounts for the GL branch allocation functionality. Let me show you the result of that. So I am in my head office and I'm going to create an allocation from my head office to my branch number 1. I'm going to select Financials, GL branch allocation, here I'm going to include the GL account, office and building rent. I'm going to create a credit from this account, $100. I'm going to select the line, so the system is going to open this area. And in my case, I'm going to create an allocation from the head office to my branch number 1. I'm going to press Tab and select branch number 1 US. The allocation amount is going to be $100. I'm going to add this transaction into the system. Journal entry posted successfully. Now, if I shall select the last journal entry, and I'm going to look for the last journal entry created here, we can see we have a credit of $100 in our office and building rent, and we have a debit of $100 in our due from branch number 1. Now I'm going to open branch number 1 and see the result. I have just received a journal voucher alert, and if I select here, I'm going to open the voucher, and here we can see that the default account has been used. So this is the first example when the default account is used by the system. Let me go back to my head office and let's talk about the account classification. The second option that we have is the account classification. So in this case, I need to open Financials, Chart of Accounts. In my case, I'm going to open the expense drawer and I'm going to select the electricity account. As we can see here, I have classified my electricity account as a profit and loss account, and I'm using the classification other expense. If I select an account that does not present the account classification, I will be able to see the entire list of classifications that are available for my database. The second step, once you are using the account classification, is to go under Administration, Setup, Intercompany, and here we are going to have two options. We're going to have the default account by balance sheet. So once I classified an account in my chart of accounts as a balance sheet, I need to come here and also define the same account, and I have for the profit and loss. In my case, I'm going to show you the electricity. So the example is going to be the following. My head office is going to create an allocation from the electricity account to my branch number 1. I'm going to open Financials, GL branch allocation. Again, I'm going to select the GL account. In this case, it's going to be electricity. I'm going to select a credit. again, I'm going to select my branch number 1 in US, $200. I'm going to add the allocation in the system. Journal entry posted successfully. Now if I open the last journal entry created in the system, we can see electricity, $200 as a credit, and due from branch 1, $200 as a debit. I'm going to open my branch number 1. I have here a alert for journal voucher again. I'm going to open this voucher. And we can see that in this case, the electricity account has been used instead of the default expense account. So I'm going to go back to my head office and I'm going to show you the last option, which is the allocation account code. For the allocation account code, again, I'm going to open financials, GL Branch Allocation. I'm going to select GL account. It's going to be office and building rent. I'm going to create a credit here of $300. I'm going to select the line. Again, I'm going to select my branch number 1 in US. I'm going to include $300. But in this case, I don't want my allocation to use the default account in my branch number 1. I want to use another account that I'm going to select manually. I'm going to use the allocation account code column by pressing tab. I'm going to look for account 639, which is other administrative. And now I'm going to add this allocation in the system. Journal entry posted successfully. If I open the last journal entry created again in my head office, I'll be able to see office and building rent, $300, credit, and due from branch 1, $300. Going to my branch number 1, I'm going to select here, and in this case, my receiver company is going to receive the allocation using the other administrative account, which was selected manually by me during the allocation from the sender company. The only thing for this last option that you need to ensure you have done is go here under System Initialization, Company Details. Inside of the Accounting Data tab, you need to select this allocation account synchronization for all companies that are using the intercompany integration solution.